UMU refuses to rule out second Brexit referendum as EU talks are now impossible. Chaka UMU refused to rule out calls for a second EU referendum, saying it should be an option if Brexit talks do not favour the UK. The Labour MP said it was looking increasingly impossible to deliver terms the British public expected from the UK's withdrawal from the European Union. Speaking on the Today programme on BBC Radio 4, the Shadow Business Secretary from 2011 to 2015 added he was not opposed to a second referendum. He said, "As the facts emerge, I think what we are beginning to see here is that it is impossible to deliver the things that people thought they would get, the £350 million extra for public services. Not being poorer as we go forward, ensuring that we get the same economic and trade benefits as we have now. All of those things are proving to be impossible so far in the negotiation process." Asked if he thought there should be a second referendum, he added, "I'm not opposed in principle to that. But I think what the British people expect us to do, is to do our very best to deliver Brexit in the terms they thought that they could have. If we've exhausted all the avenues through this negotiation, then I think it's an open question on that, but at the moment, our instruction is get the very best deal for the United Kingdom in the way that we thought you would be delivering for us. And so far the government, not just because they are incompetent, but because it's proving to be impossible, is not able to achieve these things so far." A former government official has warned Britain will be a European Union member in all but name if it tried to maintain links with the single market and customs union. Sir Paul Jenkins, the government's most senior legal official from 2006 to 2014, said the UK will have no option but to observe European Union law if it wanted to retain close trade ties with Brussels. His comments come after Brexit Secretary David Davis published the first of a series of papers attempting to clarify the UK's position. The document said Britain would leave the customs union and single market but seek to stay as closely linked as possible to both. Theresa May has repeatedly said that the UK will break free of the European Court of Justice and leave its jurisdiction on the day of Brexit. This is one of the key goals of Brexiteers, and any government U-turn on the issue would provoke outrage, but UK and EU legal experts have warned the Prime Minister's policy is unrealistic and impossible to achieve. Sir Paul, now an associate member of Barristers Matrix Chambers, told The Observer, "If the UK is to be part of something close enough to a customs union or the single market to remove the need for hard borders, it will only work if the rules are identical to the EU's own internal rules. Not only must they be the same, but there must be consistent policing of those rules. If Theresa May's red line means we cannot be tied to the ECJ, the Brexit Treaty will need to provide a parallel policing system that may be a new court, but, in reality, any new court will have to follow what the ECJ says about the EU's own rules, otherwise the new system won't work. So, never mind Theresa May's foolish red line, we will have the ECJ in all but name." Thanks for watching. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe English News Hub for new excited videos.